Hey guys, and welcome to this first video on, well, I say first video on the channel, oh god, my hair's a mess. Anyway, I say first video on this channel, I really mean, I'm gonna take my glasses off, I really mean the first video on this channel of me actually talking, and the reason for that is, well, when I created this channel, we were in the middle of moving. And also, even though I had accepted to myself who I am, and I want to say expelled, or I announced to everyone, technically, because YouTube channel, about who I am and all that stuff, and also gave some information about the thing that I spoke about at the start of the video, you know, about me being bisexual, but at the same time, I still, for whatever reason, wasn't all that sure, let's say, but that's just because the way that I was taught to look at these things, not by my parents much, but mostly from people at school. Like, over the years, if I hung out with, say, a gay person, which I did quite a lot actually, then they would have told me that it was wrong, that, well, they'd make fun of me for it, yada yada yada. But I honestly couldn't have gave two shits about hanging out with a gay person or whatever. But when it actually came to accepting that I myself was bisexual, then it was very, very hard, in fact impossible, really, because of the way that I learned to look at it from these other people. Sorry, yeah, I need to shave. But, yeah, I would be doing this on a proper camera, but I've ordered a proper camera because, well, I've ordered a video camera because, well, obviously I'm having to use my phone to the video. I really just want to take this time to talk about things that I've been reading on YouTube, things I've been arguing with people on YouTube, because they're kind of ridiculous. It's like, there was this idiot on YouTube, hang on, I have to put my glasses on, fuck it. Anyway, there was this idiot that I was arguing with on YouTube about,
a series of radio, television...
Whoops. Sorry about that. There was things I was arguing about them with, to do with a video that's come out, by, well, an advert, rather, that's come out by the British Army. I think the video is called Can I Be Gay in the Army? And it's basically a, well, what this twat on YouTube has called it is, Can I Be Gay in the Army? New politically correct British Army advert slammed by top soldier. Like, that's just referring to a thing on the BBC News where they had a veteran soldier slamming it, basically, taking the piss out of it, blah blah blah, saying that it was wrong and they shouldn't do it, or whatever. I gave up watching after the first 5 seconds. I ended up just reading I just ended up rereading Naruto, just playing some of these, this guy's stupid videos, just because, why not? Just listening to it in the background and really wanting to take the piss out of it. So I looked through the comments, found the dumbest comments, and replied. And basically there's this one guy called John LeBlanc. He said, they're only making the military weaker with social justice. It's not social justice, though. It's just right. no one should be taken out of the military for who they do, what they do, as long as they serve the country, are able to do it well, and do their jobs, and that's it. They can do whoever or whatever they want, as long as it's not illegal. And he goes on to say, if anyone has ever been in the military, they can testify that a lot of your fellow servicemen are conservatives, at least in the army. Fair enough, that's how it used to be, but it shouldn't be like that. Also, he said, a lot of, not most of. So that means there are some that aren't conservative. He has no leg to stand on. So I put, then maybe it's time to change that, just to see what he'd say. And someone else replied on, well, kind of agreeing with what I'm saying, the army doesn't solely consist of conservatives. So this John guy replied to me, no it isn't, social justice only lowers the standards. We already have low standards for women in the military, which honestly shouldn't have even happened. Which is like, fucking what? And then he replied to this other dude, who is called Outlaw7502, the one that was kind of agreeing with what I'm saying now. And he said, notice how I said a lot and not all. Which is fair enough. But anyway, I replied to him for his comment to me, and said, I disagree, sorry, but gays and women have every right to be in the army as you. That doesn't sound right. It was meant, I think I meant to say has as much right to be in the army as you. I just was annoyed. I had no idea what I was saying. Anyway, I go on to say, and I wholeheartedly believe that they're just as good as any straight guy. He hasn't replied. Although I only said that 4 hours ago, so he might be asleep, who knows. But anyway, and then I found... Oh, fucking... where is it? This one. There we go, muted YouTube. But anyway, there was another video of the same... In fact, no, it was the same video, sorry. The army one again. And then someone else put, a gay medic, better make sure he doesn't put you under. Oh, they're all just so nasty. Like, the fuck? Who the hell says that anymore? So I put, you're kidding me, right? There is fuck all wrong with gay medics, you reject. I'm not saying this as some bloody SJW, by the way, because I'm not. I just think, if you're gonna insult people that deserve it. Like this guy. His name's Shitlips. If I was in the army and a gay man or woman came up to me and started trying to save me, then fuck it, I'd let them, because I meant to say he or she, but whatever, I was annoyed, who gives a shit, because he's there to do a job, nothing else. And then he goes on to try and twist my words and say, a blowjob, you sick little fuck. It's fuck off. I've had well actually he says, I've had homo friends, but I'm twisting his words now, all my life. They're absolute sex addict. You don't say that about your friends, fuck off. They're clearly not your friends. Hell, if they could control themselves, they'd just stay celibate. No, they wouldn't. Trust me, they fucking wouldn't, and they probably can. You're just taking it out of proportion, I think. I think that's what I meant. Last thing you want is a faggy touching you. Gays in the military make it more like a prison. Despicable. I mean, that's me saying he's despicable. You join to serve your country, not some homo's desires. But that's not why they're in the army. They're in the army to serve their country. They live in fantasy land, playing house, acquiring children, and pretending to defend the land that tolerates them. This guy, seriously. But yeah, it goes on and on and on, basically. And I'll just skip to the last couple of things. The last stuff I was, thingied with was, I never said I wasn't into woman, you mongrel, because he basically tried to say that, I'm not bisexual because I haven't had any experiences with both men and women. That doesn't that doesn't show that you're bisexual. What shows you're bisexual is your attraction to men and women. And he's trying to say that that's not right, basically. Where was I? Yeah. Basically, after I never said I wasn't into women, I said it's so fucking not the straights who have been treated horribly, because he basically said that they've been treated horribly. Doesn't actually go on to say why. He just basically says that if a gay person or a bi person came on to a straight person, or a straight guy, they'd get their block knocked off. Just basically, they'd get the shit kicked out of them, I think. Or that they'd be killed, whatever. It's horrible nonetheless. And he basically said it was a simple world after that. Fuck off, no it wasn't. I never said, it's so fucking not the straights who have been treated horribly, just fucking listen to yourself. You are the fucking lowest of the low. I put some, I meant scum. Like you need to be locked away and forgotten about, left to die in a pitch black room with no food or water. I was very angry. Just keep that in mind. I don't actually mean it. I was just angry. Being gay isn't evil. God created being gay, so therefore it can't be evil. I don't believe in... Well, I'd like to believe in God. It's just, with everything that goes on in the world, it's very hard to. But, yeah. Or at least it's very hard to believe that there's a God that still cares. More to the point. Like, I believe there could be, and he just doesn't give a fuck anymore. He's given up trying to care about us. So he says, see, fucking idiot, reading this exchange we're having, not a gleam of understanding yet. It is indeed the LGBT and every single progressive social movement that is oppressing people. The straight white Christian male is today the most oppressed demographic in modern Western history. No. Grow the fuck up and shut up. I can only hope you will have an epiphany and see where the real social climate is moving. He is so full of shit. And he says, and then I say, again, I was angry. I couldn't give two shits whether you're Christian or not, as long as you're a nice person who gives a shit about anything. As long as you don't break the law. Anyway, I say, well, to be fair, Christians have had many lifetimes to oppress us. It's only fair that people are starting to wake up and realize religion is false. Again, I was angry. Starting to realize that what the Bible and every other religion spouts is nothing more than hate disguised as a holy book. Whoever wrote the Bible is a fucking genius, because even now those fairy tales have people bending over backwards to hate on groups of people who have done fuck all wrong. And he just put, so ignorant. and then there's arguing that I need to catch up on. But yeah, basically, what I'm trying to point out here is half the stuff I say, I only say because I'm angry, or half the insults I say because I'm angry, because this sort of stuff really gets to me. I don't know why I keep finding these sorts of things to get angry about, but I suppose if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to make this video, so whatever. But, yeah, what this video was meant to be about was just learning to treat everyone with respect. Obviously, I didn't do that. Although, to be fair, he was going far over the line of disrespectful. Because you've obviously got levels of respectfulness, and you've got levels of disrespectfulness. A little bit of disrespectfulness, perfectly fine. We can try and sort it out like normal human beings. But what he was doing, he was just breaking all the levels of disrespectfulness that I've ever seen up till now. Up until now, there was only one other person, basically, that broke the levels of disrespectfulness I've ever seen. And this guy was like this shit lips, or whatever he likes to call himself. He's quite up there. But this other guy, Jesus, he was ready to kill gay people just to prove his point. And that's just not on, obviously. So if you've made it to the end of this video, well done! But I'm going to end this video right here. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, then leave me suggestions on how I could have resolved the situation better, or tried to, even. Send me suggestions on what you want me to talk about. And like, comment, and subscribe. And you'll be able to watch more of my stuff. I mean, you can anyway, but like and comment anyway, and subscribe too. Bye.